LaNée Javet, CEO and founder of Closire. Thank you for tuning in to Mogulvation TV. Today, my guest is Mr. Ron Bryant of Cutting Edge Cartoons. Hey, Ron, how are you doing today?
Hello, my queen. How are you?
I am doing great. For the people who may not know you and love you the way that I do, can you introduce yourself, tell them who you are and what you do?
Well, my name is Ron Bryant. I'm the creator of Cutting Edge Cartoons and Our Lady Gigi. And I've been an editor of cartoons for over 25 years.
Awesome. And so, who is Gigi? What is Gigi? I'm sure people have probably seen the cartoon. They may not know your face, but I'm sure they've seen Gigi, you know, around the way somewhere. Tell them, give a little background on that for me.
Well, Gigi is the story of a widowed woman who adopts four children: Marcella, Shanice, Lamita, and Randy. And she devotes her life, she dedicates her life to these four children. Mm-hmm. But she's also the type of character that she has a profound love for her community, for her God, and for her people.
Awesome. So before we go any further, I'm just going to ask you to center yourself just a little bit more. You're perfect. There we go. All right. Thank you. So, you know, we just had the speech and everything is live. We don't take edits. We don't do cuts. So,
okay.
So how long have you been doing Gigi?
I've been doing Gigi for roughly 2 years.
2 years. Okay. So I was right. I said that earlier tonight.
Yes. It's amazing how I mean, it was just by chance. I mean, I just drew an elderly character in black and white. It was a black and white strip. Uh-huh. The first strip is the only black and white strip. Mm-hmm. That was it. After that black and white strip, we went right into color, and the strip just went viral. It went viral. It was amazing.
So, what were you doing before you were doing Gigi? So you've been doing Gigi for 2 years. What did you do prior to that?
I was basically doing editorial political and social cartoons, but I also was doing Little O in the Hill. Little O in the Hill was about a little Obama and how he had to clean up the hill. But, you know, it didn't, the response was not as positive. I thought that the cartoon was a wonderful cartoon. And the fan base was kind of growing on Facebook. But shortly after I did Little O in the Hill, I moved into Gigi, and Gigi just went crazy. People just embraced her.
I love Gigi. That's actually how I found you. I used to see that comic strip come up in my news feed on Facebook, and I was like, oh my God, these are so great. They're so relevant. Mm-hmm. They're the conversations that we wish we were having. They are the messages that we wish we were saying in color, and they're relevant, and they're timeless, if you will. So it's a grandmother that's having these conversations with, you know, a different generation, but no matter where you are in your life, what generation you come from, you can relate to them. That's what I found so exciting about them.
Absolutely, absolutely.
So you've started 2 years ago. Where you've grown, right? So from where you started to where you are today, can you talk about that journey a little bit?
Well, you know, when I started Gigi, it was obviously popular. It was just basically a Gigi comic strip, and the Gigi comic strip moved into a series, and it was crazy. I started introducing characters. I introduced Randy, the little boy, and then I introduced Marcella. And what happened was, when I introduced Marcella, it became the Marcella series. Mm. Now, I started doing what's called a continuity strip on Facebook, in which one strip led to the next strip, to be continued to the next strip. And that became the Marcella series. After the Marcella series, we moved into the Shanice series. And I met a gentleman on Facebook, an extraordinary gentleman. He suggested that I take Gigi into email subscription. And I didn't know how to do that. And he was gracious enough to do it for me. And we took the Marcella series to email subscription. Then we moved the Shanice series to email subscription. And we moved up to about 3,500 email subscribers.
Wow.
Yeah, we moved from the Marcella series the Shanice series, then the LaNée series, and now we're into the Randy series. Now, when we got to the Shanice series, it was brought to my attention that I should consider animating Gigi.
And that's where you are today. We're doing animation now. I saw something the other day, and Gigi was like, dude. I was like, look at Ron. So you went from a concept, an idea, a black and white comic strip, to a colored comic strip, to 3,500 people on your email list, to over 100,000 Facebook fans on your fan page. Now you're in animation, in all in less than 2 years.
That is correct. And the interesting thing is, I was working with a publicist about 1.5 years ago, and we discussed animation, and I said, I'm thinking about maybe animating Gigi. And she said, you don't want to go down that road. And I said, why? She said, because it's just too difficult. She said, leave it to the animators. She said, when we get to that point, we'll find some animators and we can hire them and they can animate Gigi. And then I met a close friend who is now a very close friend, Alex Alexander. He is the creator of the Black Files cartoons. Oh. We became tight, and he suggested that I animate Gigi, and he suggested the software. The software was called Toon Boom Harmony. I said, it sounds like a sugared cereal. I said, what are we talking here? And at that point, Gigi was flying back then. I mean, Facebook was a different Facebook back then.
Yeah.
I was doing like 1,000 followers a week back then. It was amazing. And he was talking about, you should check out this software, blah, 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 blah. And finally I did. I made the initial investment. It was an incredible investment. And from there, I started animating. And it was challenging.
So PR said to do it, not to do it. You were wanting to do it 1.5 years ago. You got with this friend. This friend said to do it. And yes. So now you are doing it. How, what's that transition been, what has that transition been like, growing Gigi up from black and white to color now to animation? What's your how has your fan base accepted that? I know a lot of times when I talk to entrepreneurs, we talk about diversifying your product, changing your product, letting your product grow hands and legs, if you will, transform into something different. Is your audience base, are they accepting it? Are they loving it? Are they supporting it?
They are loving it. The response has been nothing more than positive.
Okay.
The fan base has loved it. Matter of fact, when I decided to go animation, I created what was called the GG VIPs.
Oh, that's right.
Right. The GG VIPs were not only fans, they were paying fans. Because I had to offset the cost of the animation software. Because the animation software that I decided to invest in was the same animation software that Disney used to do Princess and the Frog.
Wow.
I said, okay, this is a this was a pretty big dip. I said, so let's do it. And I said, okay, this is going to cost quite a bit of an investment. So I created the GG VIPs. The GG VIPs were the ones that actually took an initial investment. They took between $25 to $50 per GG VIP and invested in the animation process. And from that, what they would get was every week they would get a storyboard of the latest GG series and also what was happening, the latest and what was happening with the animation.
So I'm going to take a small step back and talk about a little bit about Gigi. So why did you feel that it was important to tell Gigi's story? And I want to correlate that to quality. So the first question is, why did you feel it was important to create Gigi with regards to the messaging? And then we're going to parallel that with why it's important to have the best technology to make sure that your message is delivered well. I mean, when you talk about using the same technology as Disney, you could have went and got the same technology that John and them used, but you didn't.
Yeah.
You went and got you went and got the technology that Disney uses. Why was that important?
I felt it was important because I want to keep Gigi authentic.
Mm-hmm.
And I also knew how the media could be very manipulative.
Mm-hmm.
I knew that I didn't want to be in a situation where I had no control. If I wanted to keep Gigi authentic, I had to learn the software. I had to learn the best software. And I didn't want Gigi in the hands of any kind of media individual that would be willing to change her, to make her ratchet. Because you know as well as I do, I mean, a lot of the images that we see in media are so negative when it comes to our people. So I felt like, okay, I had to use the best software. And I knew I had to learn the software. Mm-hmm. Once I learned the software, I knew that if I was going to get other junior animators on board, I was to have control of how I want Gigi to remain, which was authentic to what she was on Facebook.
And when you say authentic, give a little bit of personality behind Gigi. Let people know that that's their aunt, that's their grandma. To give a little personality behind Gigi so people know.
Gigi is everybody's grandma. Mm-hmm. But the interesting thing about Gigi is that she chooses to use wisdom. She chooses to use words before violence.
Yes.
She would grab something out of her purse if she had to. If you remember Gigi and the Satyr, she would do it. But she chooses to use wisdom, her words, mm-hmm. to try to encourage the younger generation. Gigi is also a conscious grandma. She believes in community. She believes in supporting Black business. She's a spiritual individual. She loves God. Okay? Gigi never had her own biological children because her husband was killed in the same accident that Marcella and Shanice's parents were killed in. So it was her responsibility, her duty to love and take care of those two kids. Okay? So Gigi is everybody's grandma. On Sunday morning, you're in the bed, you hear the gospel music going, yes. You smell the bacon, you know it's time for church. If you ain't up, Gigi's going to get you up. Yes. That's Gigi. But at the same time, Gigi is that conscious grandma that understands the importance of community.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Oh, I had a thought, and it came and it went. Hopefully it will come back to me. It was about Gigi. Man, I hate when that happens to me, when I'm on a roll and I have a good thought and then, bam, it's gone. Oh, I know what I was going to say. So Gigi, conscious grandma. That's what I liked about her. Now, so she's raising the kids now. Now, slide Shanice in there.
Shanice, boy.
Because they have their own personality.
Do you remember the earlier strips of Shanice? She had that bulging forehead, and she had the shiny forehead. Well, Shanice's parents, after they passed, left her an inheritance. Mm-hmm. Shanice was never as close to Gigi as Marcella. Marcella is 1 year older than Shanice. So Shanice and Gigi always had kind of a conflict. If you remember some of the earlier strips, there was always an issue. Marcella was fine with her man. Shanice was saying, why are you picking this guy? He's a handyman. He has no money. He has no real what's the deal with him? I want a man who has all these qualities, etc. So Shanice was always originally Shanice was the antagonist. Mm-hmm. She was the antagonist in the Marcella series.
That's what I love about what you do. Your characters have depth. They have a history. They lost parents. I mean, there's drama to it. We didn't just come about this strip, just because. You literally put some time and some energy and some thought into this. This is a quality, thought out storyline. The information that you deliver is quality. It has depth. When I read the information, I can relate to it. It makes me feel some kind of way. It's social. Sometimes it's political. Sometimes it's funny. You deal with relationships. You deal with what's happening in the community. It's so diverse. And you don't get to see that kind of diversity from a positive perspective. You still challenge the status quo. You're not PC, so you're still, hitting home on some of those topics that need to be discussed. But you do it with so much integrity. And that's what I appreciate about you, Ron, and about Cutting Edge Cartoons. And what you do over there is no one. A lot of times when we try to present things from a conscious perspective, it's pointing the finger at someone and what you do and how you do it. Right. But with your work, you do it in a way that each individual gets to deal with themselves and how they think and how they feel about that situation. Let me come to my terms with my own faults. Let me see how I deal with and relate to or react to particular situations without being aggressive towards me.
Yes.
You know what I
mean? And then that way, there's a way of us engaging into a dialogue. Mm-hmm. After you engage in a dialogue, hopefully some sort of action will come out of that dialogue.
Conversation. And that's really what it's all about. Starting that dialogue, communication, or communicating, having conversation with each other, especially within our community, because we're not listening to each other, so we're not communicating. We're pointing. It's black women. No, it's black men. No, it's the man. No, it's So it's bridging that gap and something. And I don't mean this in a bad way to say something as simple as, but something as pure, shall we say? Now, I won't say simple. We'll say something as pure as a comic strip deals with all of those issues. It deals with all of those things. And that's what I find so intriguing. So what are you up to today? Today I saw that you have a crowdfunding campaign that you just started.
Yes!
Yay! I was the first contributor.
Yes, you were.
You know why? Because I appreciate what you do. You tweet my stuff. You post my stuff. You share my stuff. You tag it. I love collaboration. I love people that don't deal on competition. I love people that get the concept of unity and we have to push each other forward. And you do that with and for me. And I'm so appreciative of it. So when I had the opportunity to do it in reverse and reciprocate, I definitely wanted to make sure that I did that.
Well, that is a blessing to me. I'm humbled and thank you. You know how much I love your stuff.
Oh, thank you.
I mean, you are rocking, man. You are really, your website is phenomenal. The colors are brilliant. Storylines, everything is superb. And we're on the same mission. Mm-hmm. I mean, you believe in collaboration. I believe in collaboration. And that's what it's all about because we're all in the same village.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? And this is something that you and I have to teach others. Mm-hmm. I mean, we easily see it on social media where you have people who claim to be a certain way, but when it comes to collaboration, it just that word doesn't seem to even kind of equate with anybody on social media. You know what I'm saying? So I think this is kind of a renaissance, so to speak. You know, I think we're coming into something that I believe is going to be lasting.
I hope so.
I really do. You are doing some incredible things. Your catalog,
man, this Black Business catalog, it's my heart.
Hey, you was flipping those pages.
You saw the page flip, right?
I was like, whoa. I said, this is good stuff. I mean, this is really good stuff.
I'm excited about the Black Business catalog. I can't even wait for people to see it and feel the love and be proud of and have something that they can be proud of. Like, that's really why I do a lot of what I do, is to make sure that my community, my people, they have something that they can be proud of. We don't have to turn on the TV or go into stores where we, turn on the TV and look bad. Go into stores and be treated bad. Walk down the street and be treated bad. Like, we have a place where we can come and be made to feel good about ourselves. You know what
Absolutely. I mean, we're talking like so many $1 trillion buying power. We have to. The only thing holding us back at this point, the only gatekeeper for our people is right here.
The mind.
In the mind. That's the only gatekeeper. Once we release that, there's no telling what we can accomplish together. The power will be unlimited.
Absolutely. And I can talk to you about that like forever. We can go back and forth on that. But I really want to hone in on this crowdfunding campaign because I want people to understand what you're doing, how they can support you, what that support looks like. So you're looking to raise $10,000, I believe it is.
That is correct.
And that's for the completion of animating Gigi. Is that right?
That is correct. It's for the completion of animating Gigi. It's to take it to the next level. My software is the industry standard. My computer is not.
Oh.
Okay.
So you have champagne in a plastic cup.
There you have it. Or I have a wonderful crystal glass with some white Irish rose.
There you go.
So the way you can look at it, but the truth of the matter is this: what I'm using as far as my computer technology. It is kind of, what I'm doing, I'm moving so fast with the animation and the storyboarding is taking its toll on my computers. The video boards, they just cannot handle it anymore. I've had evenings where I've done 1,000 frames and I've lost all 1,000 frames just because of the deficiency of my computer. It just can't handle that type of software. So to take Gigi to the next level, that's one of the things I have to do. I have to get better computer software. I mean computer systems, and then I have to get extended software. The Toon Boom Harmony has extended keys, but they cost. Mm-hmm. The keys alone are $1,500. Wow. So if I need to get additional artists and animators, which I'm going to have to, I will have to get the extended keys.
Got it. And what are extended keys? I don't know what they are. I'm going to assume nobody else does.
Well, my software, I have the main key. It's the main key. But let's say I brought on board a junior animator who could do the background artwork. Then Toon Boom will give them what is an extended key to my software. So have access to my software. That alone is $1,500.
So it's like an extra user on the licensing.
You got it.
Okay, I'm with you. I know what you're talking about. See, I'm smart too.
There you go. You got it.
Brains and everything.
You're smart and you're brilliant.
and brilliant, whatever. Okay, so crowdfunding. $10,000. I know that it started. When does it end?
It ends, I believe, it's November the 9th.
Okay.
It's a 20-day crowdfunding campaign.
Okay.
So I could have gone the 30 days, but the goal was to go closer to the 20 days. That way folks weren't thinking towards the holidays.
Yeah.
And, you know how that goes. Once you start hitting the November, mid-November, folks' hands start getting tight. And the pocketbooks get like, okay, we got to lock in for certain things. Yeah. So I figured it'd be better to lock in for 20 days versus 30 days.
Perfect. And so can you tell the people about the rewards and what the rewards are that you have? I saw some of them. I saw like a poster. I think some editing credits. What other kind of rewards do you have? Oh
wow, we've got posters. We've got we got the books.
Got the books.
Let me tell you something. People have been telling me that they want to see the Best of Gigi, the Marcel and Shanice series on paperback so that they can put it on their coffee table. So now it's going to happen. It's going to happen next year. In order for it to happen, the crowdfunding has to be a success. Okay? Yep. So we're talking paperback. We're talking application. So I'm creating an app. So
I saw that. I was wondering what that was.
Yeah, so instead of having to go to Facebook or any other kind of other application to see Gigi will have her own application. So when you click that app, everything Gigi will be at your disposal.
That's nice.
Okay, that was one of the goals. The other thing was up to 2 to 3 posters. I mean, the higher the tier, the more posters.
Absolutely.
But the big one is for the higher dollar, that person or those persons will have voiceover opportunities in the latest GG episodes.
I like those.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
I need to be down.
Yeah. Now let me tell you something. I've already got the voice for Gigi, Marcella, Shanice, Randy, Agent Rakeem, even Sneed.
Mm.
The one that we're missing that hasn't been confirmed is Lanita.
I can play LaNée. We're like cousins.
and she's one of the most popular characters. People just love to throw.
I'm popular. So, I got this sewed up.
Okay.
Shoot.
So that's one of the things that you can if a person who wants to go into the higher tier, they have an opportunity to become a voiceover for a GG episode, and also I will be drawing GG sketches and signing those sketches. Oh, nice. So they will be original sketches signed and sent to those people.
Awesome.
Whoever, yeah.
So we want to raise $10,000. We have a little less than 20 days to do it. Mm-hmm. This is going to help us get GG animated. This is a positive cartoon series. It's conscious. It's good information. It's politically I don't want to say politically correct, but it's from a political standpoint good for our community. We'll say that because it's not politically correct. And you just need help matching the computer to the software. So somebody wants to contribute to your campaign, somebody wants to help you, they want to back you. Where do they find you? How do they support you?
They can go to my website, gigisplace.biz. Okay. Or they can check out my Kickstarter campaign. If you go to my Facebook page or Google Plus, you'll see I'm going to be flooding those places with Kickstarter all over. all over the place.
Yes.
Also, you can go to my website. If a person anybody doesn't have a whole lot of money to contribute, even at $2, you're going to get the app. You have access to the app. That makes you, the app alone make you a GGVIP.
Sure.
I mean, it's kind of like, hey, as a GGVIP, whatever I draw, whatever I animate, they'll get the first run of it. Right now, we are storyboarding the latest of the Randy series, and it'll be ready this week. Or I've been getting emails on that one. They're saying, Ron, what's the deal? It's been, you know how it goes. When you start getting busy with so many other things, some other things kind of backlog.
I definitely know.
Yeah, so that's coming back to, and we're working on that. It'll be ready by Thursday or Friday. So. Anybody wants to contribute can go to my website. They can go to my Kickstarter campaigns. You can see it on Facebook and Google+.
Awesome. So that's a lot of the Kickstarter crowdfunding information. What about just Cutting Edge? Do we already give out the actual website address? If somebody wants to follow you on Twitter or Facebook, Instagram, what's your handle? What's your social media information?
Anybody that wants to follow me on Facebook is Cutting Edge Cartoons.
Cutting Edge Cartoons. Right.
If they want to follow me on Periscope and Twitter, GG is my name.
GG is my name.
Yes. If they want to follow me on Google+, it is Gigi's Place and Cutting Edge Cartoons.
Yes.
And if they want to follow me on Instagram, it is uppercase cut _ uppercase and _ uppercase Gigi.
If I had known you 2 years ago, we'd be talking about brand consistency, but that's for another conversation.
Okay. I'll jack that one up. Yeah.
I was like,
Yeah, that one. Yeah, we gotta fix that. Yeah, I know.
All right. Well, I love you. I love you so much. It is like 9:30 at night. I appreciate you sitting down with me tonight. We done been on a Google Hangout. We done been on a Blab. Now we on Skype. We thugging it out.
Skyping, man. We periscoped.
We periscoped. I'm talking about what we've done just tonight.
Oh, tonight? Hey,
we've
done a lot tonight.
Yeah, this is our third platform since 7 o'clock.
Yes, amazing. and you still look wonderful. You know, you look like you can go another 5 hours.
Man, I hope I don't have to. I hope I don't have to. But no, really, I really appreciate what you do. I appreciate the work that you do. I appreciate what you give to us as a community. Keep doing what you're doing. That's why I wanted to have you on. I wanted to not just support you financially, but also support your mission, help you get the word out, give you a tool to make sure that people get to hear directly from you so that they can support this, because I think that it's important. A lot of times we, especially in our community, we talk about putting out products that aren't quality. And here you are, you have a quality product, and you just need to match the product with the technology. So we say let's support. I want to do my piece to support, and that's why I wanted to have you on Mogulvation TV tonight. So thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Well, much love to you and what you do. I'm very, very, very proud of you.
Thank you.
You have just, you've inspired me.
Oh.
I've watched you. I've watched you for a long time. Since I've been on Facebook, I've been watching you, and you have just blossomed. You're doing some amazing things. I'm very proud of you. The collaboration process is moving forward, and all I can see in the future are great things for you.
Well, thank you so much, Mr. Bryant. I do appreciate it. For everyone out there in social media land, we thank you for tuning in to Mogulvation TV. I am LaNée Javet, CEO and founder of Coalsire.com, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye. Javet at I am LaNée Javet, and I just wanted to leave a quick word for you today, something for you to think about when you get down or you feel like you're tried.